match. And to ask players to play in these circumstances, I think is very dangerous, because they'll lose a lot of body weight, lose a lot of water out of their bodies at this time of the day trying to play football. And that wasn't a great game of football by any stretch of the imagination, because both teams felt the effects of the heat. It's extremely hot out there. If you just got to look at me, I'm just standing at the side of the park. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm dehydrated. So how do you imagine football players are going to feel in these conditions? But the game's got to go ahead, I'm afraid, and it did. And as I said, Ethiopia started better, no doubt about that. They probably created more chances over the period of the game than teams have done in 3 or 4 games against us. And as I said, they've got to take a lot of credit for that. But we showed our experience in these tournaments by going a goal down and coming back and scoring 2. And we could have scored more as well. And near the end, we could have finished the game off. But it wasn't to be. It was a very difficult day for everybody.
Yep. Some questions? Yes.
Bobby Williamson, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Your badminton was disjointed.
No, I didn't admit we were disjointed. Excuse me. Don't put words into my mouth. I never mentioned disjointed.
It's a good result for you.
Of course it's a good result. Well, we play...
So you are going to play the similar conditions.
I know. And I'm disappointed with that. Kenya seem to have managed to get 3 games at 4 o'clock, and we've got to play 2 at 2 o'clock. And you've seen what we've got to put ourselves through to finish and win a football match. It's very, very difficult. And as I said, we've got to go through that again on Thursday, but we'll do that. We'll go through it. The guys know what they've got to do now to get through it. As I said, I'm very proud of the players for not conceding any more goals and getting back in the game. And our goalkeeper could have done better for the goal, but he came back stronger and made good saves for us at times. So, as I said, as the last manager said, goalkeepers make mistakes. We all make mistakes. There's not a person in this room that doesn't make a mistake. But they're honest mistakes, and I'll back them and I'll judge them from that.
Yes. Can we have order, please? I'm here.
My name is Fred.
Hi, Fred.
Congratulations, coach.
Thank you.
But I realized that towards the last 15 minutes of the match, your team lost to kick and you almost conceded a goal. Towards the upcoming match, how are you preparing to make sure that this eventually doesn't come up?
I'm not going to start preparing until tomorrow, as I said. And the other thing is, we don't get long enough to prepare. 1 hour's training session. It's not long enough to prepare a team for any sort of match. But that's what we've got, and that's what we've got to deal with. And we'll deal with it. But as I said, the last 15 minutes is very exhausting. The players have ran about out in that heat for so long. Sure, they're going to go to sleep at some stage in the game, and you're hoping that it's not going to be crucial. And thankfully for us, it wasn't. We never conceded. And as I said, the opposition made mistakes near the end also. And you can understand that, playing under those conditions.
The last question before we give out the fixtures for the next game. Yes.
Hi, Peter. Nothing whatsoever, Peter. We played Malawi a long time ago, and I'm sure the personnel has totally changed.
How difficult is it to prepare for a team that you have no idea how they play?
Well, we've won 2 Cecafas, and I've never seen the other teams in those tournaments. And that's Africa. It's a big continent, so you can't keep up to date with what's happening. You take it for granted that journalists know what they're talking about, so you can't believe the reports. So you've got to watch, and that's why I want to go out there and watch Malawi playing against Kenya. But as I said, then I'll have an idea of what they may have in store, or what personnel they might have to use on Thursday. As I said, I'll have to start concentrating about it immediately, because I need to watch this game. But Malawi will be a difficult opposition, the same as everybody will be. As I said out there, 11 supporters would have made it hard for us today in that weather. It's just too difficult to play in these conditions.
So thank you, Bobby, and want to wish you well. The lineups for the next game are here.